you know, I just, like you said, I watched this ruckus on Twitter. I was like,
what?
Like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, just went to a majority draw, and you can argue that Manny Pacquiao should have won the fight and was winning.
He was still good at it. I think he was stealing some rounds at the end. Whether he deserved them or he didn't deserve them, whatever. They were close rounds. He might have stole them on the judges' cards.
Shannon Sharpe blasts the WBC after Manny Pacquiao got robbed of a clear win against Mario Barrios. He calls the fight super boring and says Barrios, being the younger guy, should have been way more aggressive. Even though Pacquiao totally dominated, the judges weirdly called it a draw. Sharpe thinks this is just more proof that boxing is all about cashing in on big names, not actual fair competition. For him, it's clear the sport's now all about business, not the actual fights.
Why would I take a chance and fight somebody for $30 million? And that's what these guys do. And the difference is between boxing and UFC, you might be the champion, but you don't control anything.
Mario Barrios' recent fights are causing big buzz in boxing. His last 2 matches ended in draws, leaving fans and experts worried. The latest controversy surrounds his match against Manny Pacquiao, which most people thought Manny won convincingly.
All right, so we are back on The Way Concept presented by The Ring Magazine. And folks, I just watched Manny Pacquiao, that's right, 8-division world champion and 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao, off a 3-year layoff Manny Pacquiao, off a loss before the 3-year layoff Pacquiao, go to a majority draw with a champion in a title fight in 2025. What the just happened? The breakdown, let's go.
Way Concept.
So like I said, Manny Pacquiao, 2025, fighting for a world championship is not something you expect me to hear. Number one, especially off the 3-year layoff, especially at 147, especially off a loss, and especially not going to a majority draw. This is a win for Manny Pacquiao. I'm just going to say it. Tonight he fought on PBC, on Amazon Prime Video for the World Championship. Mario Barrios, I like the guy, but it has to be said, when you have 2 of your last title defenses ending in a split draw, and you may be the worst title holder in boxing. That's not comparing him to being a shitty boxer. It's just saying that as of right now, he might be the worst world champion in boxing. It may be one of the worst I've seen in a while. Also, kind of unrelated, this kind of looks bad record because that was supposed to be a stalwart win on, moved up to 140 and beat Barrios for the belt there. But now it's not looking so good because 46-year-old Manny Pacquiao just went to a majority draw, and you can argue that Manny Pacquiao should have won the fight and was winning.
People are blaming Mario Barrios for his super dull performance. Even though it was officially a draw, many thought he got outclassed big time. Barrios seemed hesitant and passive, barely throwing punches or being aggressive, which is weird. For a fighter at his level, it felt like a moral defeat, even if it wasn't an official loss.
Involved, honestly, because that right there is rough to watch if you're a Barrios fan. If you're a Manny Pacquiao fan, this is a fantastic night. And you could even argue maybe he should have got the belt. But I think where this fight became more close was in the later rounds when Pacquiao, obviously close to being an AARP member, was going to slow down. And if your game plan, if you're Mario Barrios, is to go, okay, I'm just going to outlast him. Eventually, he's going to slow down. One, it's psychotic to me to even think, I'll wait for the 46-year-old to slow down in the later rounds. Not, I'm going to go and do what I should do as a champion and go after this guy. Respect be damned. It's a world championship fight. I saw some people saying, oh, he's carrying Manny out of respect. Excuse me?
Barrios faced heavy criticism after the fight for not showing enough fight in the ring. Even though the result was a draw, most people watching thought he was clearly outmatched. He didn't throw enough punches or take chances, which is expected. From fighters at his level, fans felt like he had lost in spirit, if not on the scorecards. Pacquiao, on the other hand, looked sharp and determined. The draw felt like protection for Barrios, and fans were upset.
The draw?
No.
Because, like...
Weird rounds, hard to score.
Yeah, Pacquiao did better than I thought he did. And that's like, we get into that weird territory in boxing where you start grading on a curve. That's not how boxing works. And I was like, oh, Pacquiao's doing better. He's probably winning. Oh, he won. But no, he probably didn't. And a draw is probably, he's probably lucky to get a draw.
Yeah, as I was watching it and scoring it, and I was in the live chat with people, and there was just so many rabid Pacquiao fans that were like, every time he did anything, first of all, anytime he did anything in the arena, the place went absolutely bonkers. Like it was going to tear down. He honestly, he probably fought 50 to 60 seconds around. He did not do much. He didn't need to because Barrios didn't step on the gas pedal at all at any point. He was so listless and just kind of like ho-humming through it. So Pacquiao was able to steal moments, and he did a really good job of stealing the end of rounds and making an exclamation point. And also, we saw flashes of the Manny of old when he would have that little like the flourishing signature in the end of something. He'd make that little movement, bang, he'd pop that left hand, he'd fly out, boom, 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 boom. He'd make those little moves, he'd do the fancy feet, and you would be like, but really nothing happened. He didn't land a lot of punches. Like it wasn't like anything really effective. But it got everybody emotional. It got everybody, and whereas Barrios was the exact opposite. Everything he did was so workmanlike. He has zero charisma. He has no sell on anything he does. He just lacked passion. I know he's Aztec warrior, but where was the passion? Where was the exchanging? Where was the biting down on my mouthpiece and going for it? So there was a lot of opportunities based on how both guys fought for Manny to actually steal rounds because Mario wasn't selling it. Pacquiao was. The crowd was behind him. But yes, when you do it, you're looking at it almost like you're almost comparing Pacquiao to Pacquiao. You're being like, oh, he fought really good for a 46-year-old. He didn't fight really good for a 12-round main event, champion. He fought really good for a 46-year-old Pacquiao. So you get that idea in your head, like, oh man, he's doing so good. But is he really, or are you just voting for the guy that you like better?
Like nostalgia is a hell of a joke, and we were all high on Saturday night.